Don't play style again.
All right. Silly of you to think that you could ever test overall. We will kill you. Silly of you to think that you could ever test the overall. We will kill you. They're just some jump on. I know that overall of the done you in a cloud. What could it be in you that people see? What could it be? Oh, overall, oh.
I'm feeling this aura. Yeah, that's the deal in this
Live and overall setting.
You're the vice and to the world, ambassador to the universe, and we represent overall setting.
Splash the artist, sing a splash. Yeah, man. Overall set.
Your big respects, original Dan Raja, Apache Indian in the place. Catch me on overall setting.
This is Shining. I found out. So here what? As pertain to the overall setting. And from the main device, you should know say a prostant from where you do the dose straight out. I'm watching the pips and represent the overall setting.
Hey yo, check this out. This is Anthony Cruz live and direct, and I'm here to tell you about the Don't Know overall setting scene.
This is Silver Cat, aka Iron Claw, and I will be on the overall podcast setting.
From them see the face and hear the voice, them know say Rasta British, the true leader. I'll be featured live on overall settings podcast.
Bonjour tout le monde. You know it's me, your girl Joe, now presenting with the Overall Settings Podcast Show.
Hey, don't come up here, this wonder. I'm here represent the overall setting.
Catch me live on overall. This is J right now, and you can check me out live on overall podcast. Not gonna make them night. Put me the Salaman and Tigana overall. Me coming some like fire, fire, everything. Holy man of fire, AK-47, but soldier man. Them a fire is the love. Yeah man, I'm forward man, you know the thing. All the works you put in man, you know the thing though. Yeah. So I'm going different day, wait for me. Yeah man, a favor. You know, I always get favors still. Where the pan? What do you mean by that? What do you mean you're a pussy? You know, what time you do favors to your brother, what do you mean you're not favors? What do you mean you go like me wear some obligation? Where the pan? How do that, brother? Brother, I bet you come off my phone. How are you? Look at that fool, man.
Yo.
I want some fool.
What I know?
Yo, copper.
Yo.
Slap a shot in my head. Too bad, man.
Yo.
Oh, them so jealous. Hey.
May get to learn that don't trust people.
Yo, if you're not on the live here right now, share the live here. If you're there on the live here right now, share the live. If you're there on the live right now, share the live. Remember, sharing is caring. Creative Kendrene, aka Elijah, aka the Creative One.
Yeah man, I'm forward man, you know the thing though. All the works you put in man, you know the thing though. Yeah. So I'm going different day, wait for me. Yeah man, a favor. You know, I always get favors still. Where the pan? What do you mean by that? What do you mean you're a pussy? You know, what time you do favors to your brother, what do you mean you're not favors? What do you mean you go like me wear some obligation? Where the pan? How do that, brother? Brother, I bet you come off my phone. How are you? Look at that fool, man. Yo.
Yo.
I want some fool.
What I know?
Yo, copper.
Yo.
Slap a shot in my head. Too bad, man.
Oh, them so jealous. Hey.
May get to learn, say, don't trust people. Remember when me tell you, say, cause them too evil. May get to learn, say, don't trust people. Remember when me tell you, say, cause them too evil.
Now, say them a friend and you them a half a gunshot. Paper friendship, you know, say me bun that. No matter what you do, them don't appreciate that. But if you go so much up, I break them rate that. Well, if you no favors, try no come back.
Yo, what I was doing, you never tell me say I said the artist are bad. You never tell me say I said the artist are bad. Share the live, yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm forward, man. You know the thing, go. All the works they put in, man. You know the thing, go. Yeah. So I'll go on the friendly. Where after me? Yeah, man. A favor. You know, I always give favors still. Where the pan? What do you mean by that? What do you mean they're pussy? You know, what time you do favors to your brother, what do you mean they're not favors? What do you mean you go like me wear some obligation? Where the pan? How do that, brother? Brother, I bet you come off my phone. How are you? Look at that fool, man.
Yo. I want some fool.
I don't know.
Yo, copper.
Yo.
Slap a shot in man. Too bad man.
Yo.
Oh, them so jealous. Hey.
May get to learn, say, don't trust people. Remember when me tell you, say, cause them too evil. May get to learn, say, don't trust people. Remember when me tell you, say, cause them too evil.
Now, say them a friend and you them a half a gunshot. Paper friendship, you know, say me bun that. No matter what you do, them don't appreciate that. But if you go so much up, I break them rate that. Well, if you no favors, try no come back. Ungrateful people, me don't chat. Me no need them cushion for comfort. Party family in every club lock.
May get to learn, say, don't trust people. Remember when me tell you, say, cause them too evil. May get to learn, say, don't trust people. Remember when me tell you, say, cause them too evil.
What them know about friendship? As something happen, them ready to go end this. Just like family, you make me commend this. Kill off your friend, you look up punk, you look apprentice. Yeah, me feel hurt, that's why me avenge this. Can't take the fake friend, them where you insist. I found what me, I kick you can't bench this. I to the fake friend, them me, I send this, trend this.
May get to learn, say, don't trust people. Remember when me tell you, say, cause them too evil. May get to learn, say, don't trust people. Remember when me tell you, say, cause them too evil.
Now, say them a friend and you them a half a gunshot. Paper friendship, you know, say me bun that. No matter what you do, them don't appreciate that. But if you go so much up, I break them rate that. Well, if you no favors, try no come back. Ungrateful people, me don't chat. Me no need them cushion for comfort.
Party family in every club lock. May get to learn, say, don't trust people. Remember when me tell you, say, cause them too evil. May get to learn, say, don't trust people. Remember when me tell you, say, cause them too evil.
Who that daddy? Yo, man.
It's a creative thing, you see me?
So creative.
You know this goes out to all the girls. Girls all around the world. Yeah. Alright, so me say, yeah, this goes out to my heartbeat. Yeah, my soul and my heartbeat. Make me rock them words on this cross street. The light jump on J-Money, the girls them my ox feet.
You bring out my sunshine. You are the beat to my punchline. Me love you every time, not sometime. Right?
Yeah, let's pull them through the my selection.
Who that daddy? Yo,
It's a creative thing, you see me?
So creative.
You know this goes out to all the girls. Girls all around the world. Yeah. Alright, so me say, yeah, this goes out to my heartbeat. Yeah, my soul and my heartbeat. Make me rock them words on this cross street. The light jump on J-Money, the girls them my ox feet.
You bring out my sunshine. You are the beat to my punchline. Me love you every time, not sometime. Right, I know me feel like we rewind. You bring out my sunshine. You are the beat to my punchline. Me love you every time, not sometime.
One time, yo, check it. We can go chillin' on the beach side, or we can roll out in the green ride. Yeah, you know money got the green right, so you know that we'll be living a lavish life. You make me feel like I'm a king. I wanna give you like everything, everything like the wedding ring. For the girls that me like, you come sing.
Girl, you bring out my sunshine. You are the beat to my punchline. Me love you every time, not sometime. Right, I know me feel like we rewind. You bring out my sunshine. You are the beat to my punchline. Me love you every time, not sometime.
Oh, no, no. You're my sunshine, girl. Yeah. You brighten up my world. Yeah.
When you are around, me not worry about the cloudy day. All about the vibes, girl, you chase the way. And when me see the rainbow coming my way, me not worry about nothing, cause
Girl, you bring out my sunshine. You are the beat to my punchline. Me love you every time, not sometime. Right, I know me feel like we rewind. You bring out my sunshine. You are the beat to my punchline. Me love you every time, not sometime. You bring out my sunshine. You are the beat to my punchline. Me love you every time, not sometime. Right, I know me feel like we rewind. You bring out my sunshine. You are the beat to my punchline. Me love you every time, not sometime.
yeah, this goes out to my heartbeat. Yeah, my soul and my heartbeat. Make me rock them words on this cross street. The light jump on J-Money, the girls them my ox feet.
You bring out my sunshine. You are the beat to my punchline. Me love you every time, not sometime. Right, I know me feel like we rewind. You bring out my sunshine. You are the beat to my punchline. Me love you every time, not sometime.
One time, yo, check it. Chillin' on the beach side, how we can roll out in the green ride. Yeah, you know money got the green right, so you know that we'll be living a lavish life. You make me feel like I'm a king. I wanna give you like everything, everything like the wedding ring. For the girls that me like, you come sing.
You bring out my sunshine. You are the beat to my punchline. Me love you every time, not sometime. Right, I know me feel like we rewind.
Yeah, man, I tell you the truth right now. People, you already know it's the next episode of Overall Settings, the podcast that differs. We always try to highlight the man them, the icons of yesteryear, the man them will chop the bush for the current artists them are there as I know. And then I say I left out them man there in a way. They are do the thing right now because you don't know them very relevant to Wagwan, and ultimately they will become the future icons of tomorrow. But our thing, we have a special place in our heart for the diamond them in the rough. The people them where get overlooked. the people them where the whole heap of things behind the scenes where me and you could have possibly know about because it's either them get suppressed or just the luck of the draw or however the thing go or just everything you don't know time is of the essence. And as long as somebody keep pressing and pressing and pressing, eventually, them number go call. You know what I mean? So tonight is no different as we introduce. I mean, that's why I make sure play the music before me even bring the item panel live, because you can judge for yourself what caliber artist, what caliber producer, what caliber songwriter, what caliber of all around triple threat people we bring to this platform week in and week out. It's like more widely that thing says $1 million me have put on us. The way me make case for come as every weekend. Me lose sleep and me neglect and negate every aspect of my life. If you can there so all the reasoning with them artists, yeah. And a man don't even understand why. But you don't really have to I look upon it from my perspective because the world we share, a common ground. Because the world we are artists, the world we are producer, the world we are creator, and the world we are tread the same road. So me as a champion for them. So if it's a platform where me can provide for them, if I even one person depend it today, me know say from it go up, it a go there infinitely. So somebody must come across it and say, yo, who is Zoni? Who is KreativeKendrene? Who is Shifty? Who is Fico? Who is any one of them artists that were forward on the platform? And it got dead in the archive for them see. So I just play my part and I make my contribution to history. Because nobody can tell me say, and the history we are created. So without further ado, a very warm overall settings. Welcome to the triple threat himself, KreativeKendrene, Creative One, aka Elijah Wagwame General.
The day man. Wagwan now flick up. Right. Be creative, so creative. Left them answer who creative. When them say we waste a long time. After we tell them to be creative, them achieve me idea them. So we tell them to be creative. So creative.
Manners are respecting them in general. Manners are respecting every aspect. It's an honor. You're a part of, an illustrious family who has been planting the seeds from them time there till now. You guys are still at it. What we go on? We didn't even know if it start. You know what I mean? We didn't even know if it start because we know say your history and normal, brother.
Normal, Papa. No. It start, as you know, we grew up in the music when we are little bit a child,
Right.
So it's a thing where in a way, all Jamaicans, we grew up and love the music, the reggae music, even gospel, we love every music. But when it comes to reggae and dancehall now, we see it as a way of making a life out of it as well as having fun at the same time, as well as teaching at the same time. So there's a lot of things to it, having a business out of it just as well. So I have seen all these visions from when I was a child, sitting around at this time, at this moment, doing interviews around a desk in my musical office. Right, I vision these things from a longer time. So, even my dance crew from back then, I told them it was a lifetime thing for me. So who wasn't serious, time will show and tell who is really serious about it.
So you decided from a very tender age that, and not even like say you decide, because basically, you have a set man, you have a set of way. It's either we choose music or music choose we.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And the people who music choose, them tend to say that we think with a different side of our mind. Some people's perception of us is not always very promising. You know what I mean? But we still continue for just venture out on the road there. You know what I mean? And
yes, sir.
So from what age? Because when he come over here a couple of weeks ago and I go like him no want give out no him no want disclosing age, him no want do none of them something, you know what I mean? So I don't know if it's a crew thing or a clique, you know what I mean? Cause me no say the one don't have alien brain, you know. So maybe on some secret society.
All right, I'm going to give you a little history. So
yeah,
and a little maths as well. So you have to go do the equation and the research. So watch you know. I started playing my cheese pan and my drums and anything I catch when I was a child, I use it and create music. You know, so it was a gift that I was birthed with. So playing the cheese pan and going to church, because we grew up in church. I love to see the bands playing. I was always at the front watching the drummer and the guitarist, and I was watching everything. So I'm a quick learner. So with my eyes and my musical passion, my ears, I have ears for music as well. So my people saw that in me, and from there they sent me to learn piano for lesson. So learning the piano enables me to play every instrument, because piano is the mother instrument. It has all the sounds. So when I really master the formula of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do at that time as a child, I realized that I could play any instrument because I have mastered the chemistry of music, which is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Once you understand the basic of that, you will play any instrument. So I knew I have a gift and something that I could live off for the rest of my life. I also can teach music. So coming up at that time, I started going to primary school, Ocherous Primary. I started to play the piano at devotions in the mornings, Monday mornings and Friday mornings, when the teacher, Miss Clark, didn't want to play, or maybe she didn't feel well, or she was not present. So I would greatly go and play. So till I really took it over completely, I was the one who is playing every devotion. So from there, I've been playing. I was involved in sports as well. I was the champion boy for my primary school, Ocherous Primary. From there, music and sports. I used to play a little cricket too and football. Yeah, so went on from there to Ferncourt High School. When I went to Ferncourt, I was hoping to see some form of music going on, but when I went there was no, level of music that I wanted to see going on. I actually went into the auditorium, and I saw the piano that was there. It was, in a corner, dust up and things. So I went and opened it up, and, some of the keys weren't playing, but I strummed the ones that were playing. I was like, wow. So at that point, music had a pause there for me, because there was no music at my level there at high school, so I end up start featuring the sports again. I end up venturing back in track and field. I end up became the champion boy from a class 3 at Ferncourt. Went to the national stadiums, boys champs, all these athletic meets, Milo champs in Montego Bay, Cornwall, all these meets, Jackson's Lane, Portland, all these places, Kirkvine, everywhere, Carifta, all these things. So it was really good for me. Well, we never did get to went to Carifta, but we were supposed to go, Pennsylvania, all these places. That's the sports side of me. But 1996, coming up 97, in high school now, I met up back with Ryan, because we're coming from primary school now, but I met up back with him in high school. And he's in a much, well, I'm not going to say what grade he's in, because, he didn't want to say it.
Yeah, we can't take on the go more time in that.
So, all right, when I went, we said, okay. No, it wasn't just like that. There was a thing going on in Ocherous called Teen Jam every Saturday night, where all the dancers came and, they do their best to perform, or best they are at dancing. So we, me and Ryan, and Zoni, rather, was coming from school one day, and we had a friend called Chrissy, and she was walking between me and Zoni, and she was hugging both of us, because we were traveling together, and we were close. And she said to us, why won't you guys form a dance group and go to Teen Jam and mash up the place? And so said, so done. I'll never forget that day. So me and Ryan, me and Zoni, we were trying to find some names. We were coming up with some names that weren't connecting. And I'm a person that when I go home from school, I used to watch this program on TV called Creative Cooking. It's a thing that I used to love to watch to see how they use their own creative recipe to create their own menu. So, it's a thing I used to admire. So that thing came in my mind at the time when I was trying to find a name for the group. And I was like, creative. Because there was groups like Crazy Boys, Cool Boys, and Cosby Kids and all these groups. So I was trying to find a name to fit in as well. So I was like, creative. So, we create, our own dance moves, and we would be the creative kids because we were young. That was in at the time to be kids at the time. Whatever name you have, creative kids, crazy kids, cool kids, whatever. But, that came to me at the time. So I said, creative kids, and so said, so done. We started going to Teen Jam and making our name. We end up starting getting works in hotels, having multiple shows in one night, all of that. So it's a long story, but I'm trying to put everything in a nutshell.
Yeah, man,
all right. So from there, me and Zoni coming up, Zoni had to leave the island and go to New Jersey at the point when our dance group was at a peak at making our name in the streets. He had to leave. So when he left, before he left, we were at our high school doing a performance at a fete that was held at our school. There was a dancer called Nerves by the name Michael Donner. He was one of the original Crazy Boys dancer, but he came and said he wanted to dance with our group because his group was on a pause for a while. So he came to me, and at the time we were only doing reggae dancing in our group because we weren't venturing into any other genre like disco. So when Nerves came to me and said he would like to dance with us, I was excited because he was an elder dancer and he was in the thing before us. I was excited, and I went to Zoni and said, yeah, Nerves want to dance with us, And Zoni was like, okay, yeah, that's nice. We could learn some nice disco moves now. And I was like, yeah. So we came together with Nerves and we started dancing together. But then Zoni had to flew out to New Jersey, and then the group kind of went on a type of pause. We didn't really stop, but we kind of paused because one of the members flew out, and we were kind of shaken down a bit because Zoni is one of the strong feet in the group with me as well. So when Zoni flew, we kind of weakened the thing. So I was keeping up the thing, said just the same for him to come back. Anyway, Zoni came back after a year or so, a couple of years, and we said we were going to start back the group, but then he had to flew out again. So, I realized that he's not going to be in the country permanent, so I had to start making changes. So I went to Nerves in Pineapple, where he resided, and started to dance with him and his group that he was training at the time, and started to dance in hotels as well, and so far. So from there, I was dancing coming up. You notice I left my music from that time, doing dancing, come right up till about 99. I decided that, okay, I was playing sound system too, because I'm also a selector now. I play a lot of sound system, a lot of big sound systems.
General.
Seeing? I play a lot of sound, Super Plus was the first sound system that I played, Chronic Supreme, Daddy Big, Starlers, First Love, Conqueror, a lot of sound systems I played, Sensimena, Wally. So, all right. So from there, 1999, I decided that, okay, what I'm going to do with my life later on. So I decided, okay, I'm good, what I'm good at. Then I remembered my music, how good I was at music. And I also was going to become a soldier. And the spirit came to me and said, well, youth, you're going to kill too much people, you're too serious. You better go take out your anger and that's music. Go do music. Now, I have seen all of that played out in front of me, because today I have seen where my son becomes the soldier. See? So, all of that played out in front of me now. So I've decided, okay, I'm going to do my music. 1999. The following year, a studio came down where I became the engineer of that studio, year 2000. And I started engineering that year, 2000 flat. So I'm an engineer 20 years going.
Box food.
See? So when Zoni came back now, coming back now, he come back knowing me as an engineer, still doing my dancing and everything. But you know, we know he knows that I'm musical from them because we used to buy records and all of that at this and that record shop, you know, Nevs and all these places, record stores. So we are in the music long time from we were a child, you know. But because of his flight and going away, we got separated for a while, you know. But when we got back in contact with each other, I realized that Zoni became an artist, and I was like, well, good, because I'm an engineer and also an artist, so everything does connect back up. You know, he introduced me to shifting on, you know, everything does connecting and everything. So we've been working together from ever since. You know, we never really stopped. You know, we just grew more in the business, going to different fields and different eras, you know, going around at that office there, around at that office there, go see what I go on, you know, video editing I go around there, so dancing I go around there, so songwriting I go on there, so we entered all the fields and all the office and see what's going on. So it's good. It's good. So and we can communicate just the same in this time.
So I mean, so for somebody that's so well rounded, I mean, you could have been a track star.
Yes.
You could have been a soldier. You basically could have been
anything I wanted to be.
Anything that you basically wanted to be.
Yeah, but I want to do something where I can communicate and connect with people as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, your music is something that, I mean, I'm an artist, so when I listen to your music, when I listen to Zoni's music, when I listen to Shifty's music, I mean, you guys truly have a gift. And you know, outside of the production aspect of things are, you know, just the sonic quality of the music, your concepts, you know what I'm saying, are amazing. You know what I mean? So once you went through all of these different phases of, you know, where you wanted to be, this identity crisis per se, you know what I mean? When you decided to hone in on music and say, all right, this is what I'm going to do, at what point would you say you made your first official recording that was actually released to the public?
As an artist?
Yes.
2006, I did my first recording as an artist with an artist called Polka Dot. We did it with the dance group, you know, because we were in the dancing at that time. So we did a dance song for our dance group, you know, called Iba Iba, you know. So that was the first project that we did, the Iba Iba project. The song was called Ekel and Jekyll. We did with the artist Polka Dot. Yeah, that was the first song I did, record actually. But the first song I wrote was in 1997, because back in high school, Zoni will tell you, when it comes to concerts or fair or extravaganzas, our dance group, plus I had two other friends that we used to DJ. I used to like act like they used to like to see us perform as Bounty Killer and Beanie Man. I used to perform as Beanie Man. I had a friend who was a bit taller than me, Jim Shaw. I used to perform as Bounty Killer. So we used to clash in high school. So when it comes to concert or lunchtime, our classroom ram a stage show time. See, yeah man, a real thing. We don't buy lunch at school. Girls buy our lunches and all that stuff. So that's start at school. That's start. The football team, the tracks team. Yeah man, big up Mr. Reed, big up Mr. Fullerton. We don't forget the thing, man. We I start, man. They take you like we for bring back the joy, you know.
I mean, so when you are being musically inclined from you were very young, so you already grasped the concept of the theory, you know what I mean? And then once you grasp the concept of the theory of music, you know what I mean? And you ventured into the entertainment aspect of it as far as the dancing goes. So, you know what I mean? You have the rhythmatic aspect of it, you know what I mean? The timing and things of that nature.
Playing drums, so you know when it comes to timing,
right.
dancing, yeah, you're gonna get a good performance. In terms of the dancing as well, we're also the Tasty's Talent competition winners of 2002 year 2002.
Yeah, better come on fire live now, man. Come on, I mean, next thing you're gonna tell me say you're fire brigade, you're police, you're prime minister. Like, me don't know how much at you and we are better.
Well, if you used to watch our performance back then, you would see how much act and how much act we wear when you perform. Cause we had a drama performance where we dress up like the artists them and clash. Right? It we use win tasties because I perform. You know of the Jamaican Michael Jackson, right? And the Jamaican James Brown.
Yeah.
My dancer Nerves. The same dancer that we hooked up with and start dancing in high school. He's the Jamaican James Brown right now in Jamaica.
Wow.
Alright. So you have the Jamaican Michael Jackson, you have the Jamaican James Brown.
Wow.
So we would call it now mime to the song and dance to the song. So this is a thing where we have found the idea since 2000 and we came together and said we're gonna make Merciless, Clash, Bounty, Ninja Man, Cartel, Movado, all of them, Spragga Benz Cartel, all of the clash that went down and Sting and all the few that went down, we put them back into drama performance.
So you guys were innovators. I mean,
yes. When we are performing on stage, people pop down 3 limb, them run up and down. Some of them want come on the forward them we get. I like when goals score a World Cup.
Dano. But I mean, a goose pimple come from my skin a while ago. I hear them things.
This for the seat and experience it.
Yeah, I mean because Zoni told us a little condensed version, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, because Zoni actually missed out a lot when he went away. Now.
Okay. I mean, well, I mean, I tell them in general. I'm just every show, you know. I mean, and like I said, comparison is the thief of joy. So you know, I'm happy to have had every single artist. I'm happy to. I look forward to interviewing all of the artists who are going forward on the platform. But each interview is just like a pinnacle. You know what I mean? Like it just elevates to a point where once I think I've heard it all, I hear more things that I'm more intrigued and it just forces me for this one day or so for this all I met with the item virgin and trust me, my general.
You're not near to me, just try to put everything so the time will run out.
Yeah. So like I said, so all right, so creative. I notice you kind of like combine your name and you also have, I don't know if it's an alter ego or if it's an actual birth name, but
that's a nickname from in my community from I was a child, you know. So I kept the original Creative. Plus, I kept my name that my community know me by.
Okay. So Elijah now
it was a name that was given to me by a friend of one of the sound system that I used to play because at the time he's actually one of the big man on the sound, you know, Log British, big up Log British, Chronic Supreme sound. He was actually trying to name the younger set of guys on the sound system some African names. Because when he heard my name, Kendrene and Keddy, and he was like, it's too simple. So he was like, all right, now give everybody African name. So he named one person Motombo, he named another person Kawunda. And when he looked at me, he said, Elijah one. And from him said that, he stuck, man, from 1996.
General. So, I mean, you know, like I said, wearing so many hats, doing so many things, having so many accomplishments. What would you say is your favorite thing to do in the scope of music?
Wow, well, every aspect of it as a momentum, as a passion that you have for all those parts and different areas, because if you're going to talk about playing the piano or playing the guitar, playing the drum, all of them has a different identity and a different approach. So I guess it all comes together when you put everything together. So it's fun doing everything, because in the end you create life, you create music that can reach people's soul. So I guess everything, there's no percentage over none.
Which one has been the most profitable for you?
In terms of playing an instrument?
in terms of music, the every
Music.
spectrum of the yeah.
Okay, well, as I said, we were dancing more, you know. We had a career in dancing, right? We used to perform in the hotels. We performed in the hotels over a decade. All the hotels on the North Coast, from St. Mary to Negril, you know, I could name all the hotels. And you know, so we had a job. We had our contracts that we go to work weekly and we collect our pay. So we had work. Otherwise, from that, my engineering, when I started engineering, that's another job that I had got, but it was not with the dance group. It was like my individual job now. But everybody started to became an artist. So I knew that everybody would come back to me in the studio.
Wow. Brother, I mean, like me say, from a very early age, you know, you took on this, like you said, you know, so you have some people who are self-proclaimed, but obviously the I was ordained from a very early age. You know what I mean? And what you brought to the equation obviously morphed into something that transcended through a good amount of the people that you came up in the game with, and that's the most remarkable thing to me.
Yes,
You know what I mean? To see that you
I've done even recording sessions with Ernie Ranglin, you know. He's some from a second, third cousin of mine. You know, he's known as the greatest guitarist in Jamaica. So, you know, I've worked with him, I've done music recording sessions with him, we made rhythms together, you know. You know, so I've worked alongside a lot of big artists. I've recorded a lot of them, Merciless, you know, Jack Cure, you know, couple of them, you know, Ninja Man, you know, we record most of them, you know. So we are in the field, we are on the play field, you know.
So
we're not on the bench.
I mean, with you having so many different I mean, cause it's like so hard to, like, brother, may I tell you, at the first time me ever kind of like, me not gonna say last few words, but it's like me still a try to figure out which angle to take it from, because you're so you're so versatile, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so it's not like you can focus on any one particular thing because you're multi-talented. You know what I mean?
I've sent you a couple songs. There's one there called Ungrateful Artist. If you listen to that song, you will hear a little of my history in terms of my music and where I'm coming from with the music. I told you about the cheese pan. I told you about my engineering, you know, and the artists, most of the artists that I've worked with, you know. So listening to that song will give you a little history of me as well.
Right. May I go, I'll see if I can, hold on there. Africa, some of the one of them labor, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right, hold on there. Give me a second. I look for you right now. Well, can you send me a portion to song? Your catalog na normal, your catalog na normal, brother.
Let us have someone. It is send me a single. See?
Yeah.
So as I said, Fico, it's a lot to be said, you know. Yeah, and it's going to take more than one interview. Yeah.
But, most definitely.
Yeah, man. But at this point, I take the time out to big up Zoning, you know, Shifty. I'm a real friend, them there. Yeah. So, I
mean, I found the song. But I mean, what would you say was one of your proudest moments within the scope of music?
There's a lot.
Brother, stop it, no man. Stop the brother. Yo, but yo. I'm not gonna stop it. Anybody with, yo, cool now, brother.
All right, never name some then.
You must have one.
No,
one
sir. Brother, for we think on top right here, sir, we don't run our part. Watch out, man. They say I dig me, I dig up some of them. Throw down by the table. All right. Tasties. When we won Tasties competition 2002, it was one of the biggest thing that happened. And it also was a disappointment after a while because in our time when we won Tasties and we should be getting highlight and going on tour, you know, Bogle was murdered, you know, and they, you know, Bogle was the big dancer. So, you know, it had an impact on the entire industry and the dance fraternity. So that happened in our prime time. You know, what had happened that should take us on the level that we should even could step out at that, because that was a shun on the whole industry here in Jamaica. We entered a competition called the Hollywood competition, where we would go to Hollywood to perform and go in music videos. It held at the Jamaica Grand Hall, you know, and we went, we performed, and we won. We got gold. We have all the documents to travel right now, but we were sabotaged by the person who claims he was managing us. So there's a lot of opportunities that we had. There's a lot of stage shows that after we perform, we feel so good inside that the money was nothing. There, I remember 2 times we went to Teen Splash to perform, one in Winters Park and one at James Bond Beach in St. Mary. We didn't get to perform. We were backstage all night in our costume with, you know, waiting on our names to call. And we didn't get to perform because of the amount of artists on the show. But we got paid. But the money couldn't cover for the performer we want to perform. The money, we said when we got paid in the morning, it couldn't cover for the fact that we didn't get to perform. So, you know, we've been there, man. You know, a lot of great moments.
Give me a little backstory behind Ungrateful Artists.
Okay. As I told you, I've been an engineer. I've been in music long time, but I've been an engineer 20 years now, since 2000. And I've been recording a lot of artists. Most of the artists, 99% of the artists from St. Anne, you know. But I've realized that most of them just want a boss, you know, and wanting a boss is one, but what are you going to do after the boss? Most of them is not loyal. Loyalty is a thing we have to live. You can't just say, all right, yeah, big up Elijah, rate you. But at the end of the day, you're running around, supporting and going around, doing other things when they claim that, okay, this is your HQ, you should be at your HQ, building up your HQ and make sure and representing your HQ. But they are, you know, most of them, they just, you don't call them what, bandwagonists? Yeah. So our fifth column is opportunist. So I've been working with most artists that I've worked with is like that. I haven't an artist where I can say, okay, they say, okay, KreativeKendrene is what me say. KreativeKendrene label me I represent. Elijah one thing me say. HQ me thing there. Creative HQ me thing there. So when you see man like Zony and Shifty, these are the persons who are there with me, and you know, a Juby Child is there as well. You know, I have a couple of artists, you know, that are there who are loyal, and you know, they show their loyalty where I can see. But most of the ones, them I have to let them go because they're not loyal, and I've seen that over the past years. So this song now, this is how it came about, because it went to a stage where most of them even turn around, painting a picture as if I haven't done anything for them, even
playing the victim.
Yes. So I'm talking about artists who have made an album for music videos.
Wow.
You know, trying to get them out there, you know, turn around and telling me that I am.
Yo, you're dead, I'm a general. All right, people. Don't know what transpired a while ago, but we don't know how the Wi-Fi thing go. The lockdown of Jamaica officially start. Andrew get on the axe together. You know what I mean? That one your name, Ungrateful Artist. If you're still up on the live, this is by Elijah 1, aka KreativeKendrene, the creative one. Pray the one.
Musically inclined, you know? Yeah, yeah. You don't really care about who them. Me no know how to fool them. Some just come student I run up them mount when I weed it a school them. They was never wait till the beast make the honey. Trust them with your life, them same one we done it. No far with them cause them a move too funny. I not go tell my soul. You remember one line them couldn't for me. Remember the days when them call me Tommy. Them love all them you palm me, them dash money. But me see say I broke, them a broke. Now. Never be ungrateful. No bite the hands that feed you. Enough of them ungrateful. Only knows you when them need you. Never be
that one your name. Ungrateful artist. KreativeKendrene. Not really sure what I'm going with the internet right now, but when I pray that one, I hear.
You don't know how to fool them. Some just come student I run up them mount when I weed it a school them. They was never wait till the beast make the honey. Trust them with your life, them same one we done it. No far with them cause them a move too funny. I not go tell my soul. You remember one line them couldn't for me. Remember the days when them call me Tommy. Them love all them you palm me, them dash money. But me see say I broke, them a broke. Now. Never be ungrateful. No bite the hands that feed you. Enough of them ungrateful, only knows you when them need you. Never be ungrateful, no bite the hands that feed you. Enough of them ungrateful, only knows you when them need you. I'm a little and I grow music, I'm a hobby. If I mind me no have no time to study. Any rhythm me will build, just tell me if you run it. If I music, raise them a lot. Pick up Bass Kelly, it's like and Robbie King, Jam and Steven. That time, all you only send enough artists out, they go make money. Engineer make them songs sound good. Never be ungrateful, no bite the hands that feed you. Enough of them ungrateful, only knows you when them need you. Never be ungrateful, no bite the hands that feed you. Enough of them ungrateful, only knows you when them need you.
Sorry about that, people. I'm making setting.
Turn them in a start, teach them to make money. On the stage, they no mention you. You want fight the album and don't pay for it. Just to fight your career. You say me response for it. Me wouldn't be surprised you now to tell me sorry. If you don't call me name in your interview. Never be ungrateful. No bite the hands that feed you.
Georgia.
Enough of them ungrateful. Only knows you when them
yeah, but trust me, yo, I tell you some artists, yeah. They're artists and nah, man, brother. Them artists and nah, man, brother. Zone, it coming like you know the party live, Zone, because it look like you know so we're going a while ago. Is the artist is clearly not in the live, and you're telling me to ask the artist a question when I'm the only one here at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm gonna see if I can get him on the phone because for some reason he's not in the live with us at the moment. Really apologize for that. We actually have another interview coming up shortly. What is it? No, man, we have a 10 o'clock. So yes, we have a I'm going to find out what's happening right now with give me a second. Why are you talking over the live? I mean, people, this unruly fellow who plays Mickey in the movie Good Soup, he's a movie star now, so he feels like he can just like walk into a place and just say and do whatever he feels like. I mean, well, he actually felt like that before he became a movie star, but now he feels like he can do it even more. And we're not gonna allow that. Right now we are trying to get the artist back in our life. He's actually messaging me, so I guess he's telling me what transpired. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try to find out what the situation is. All right? Give me a second. All right. You hear that, right? You hear that. Big up Counselor King pan alive. Big up Zoni pan alive. You know what I mean? For anybody who has not seen the movie Good Soup, it's a Mickey settings, FICO settings. The concept came from MERM settings. It's a settings I fear it's a settings movie. And for all of the people them, we are asked if there's a part 3 in the making. Make your settings answer.
You know it is. You know.
You know it. You know it. It's only right. It's only right. I mean, because them said them want to see more of Mickey settings. He's been in the gym working out, so he might lose about 10, 15 pounds. Big up Zoni Paddy Live. In the meantime, between time, we do have an artist that's supposed to be forwarding to the platform in about the next 10 minutes. We never really want intervene with an interviewer. You know what I mean? So I don't know if we can gear a call and see if we can push it back about 10 minutes, you know what I mean? Because we're losing time right now as a result of a situation outside of our control. Look forward to Shifty, Zoni, Fico, Panny Live, and it look like we're going to have to bring creative in our live here too. It's a forum where we are going to cover some of the issues we are going in Jamaica. Most recently, this lockdown we are going, to me, when I make no sense. This lockdown we are going, when I make no sense. Obviously the senseless killing we are going all over the island. You know what I mean? It have nothing to do with not stopping. We when you have attitudes like that, that's what makes them think that it's okay to continue to do that. And when politicians enable them to do the things them with them are do, you know what I mean? That it's just a lot of things that need to be addressed. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, you know what I mean? So Shifty, Elfico, Zoni, you know what I mean? Creative, you know, Mickey settings, obviously. Hopefully Sharpman settings will be here that particular night. And we're gonna talk the things them. We have to set a date feed, but on a lookout for that. Creative has not come back into the live as yet. As I said, I have another artist who set to forward to the platform in the next 10 minutes. Me go play some I'm sang them. All right, see him this him just popping back, you know. Him just a popping back, you know. You know, brother.
You hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear you loud and clear, my general.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Technical difficulty.
Yeah, man, things are definitely outside our control, and I wish I did one of them nights that we could have just continue infinitely. You know what I mean? But we did end up when we go to Jamaica go shoot the movie with there, we did end up cancel some artists and we did have to reschedule them. So we have a couple specials. So I literally have an artist we are forward for the platform in the next 10 minutes. You know what I mean? I could have asked her to push it back a little further, but I literally rescheduled her 2 times already. You know what I mean? So it's like this kind of your story in a normal, brother. You know what I mean? We actually have a live that we're working on that me, Shifty, Zoni, are going to be on that live. And I feel like that's a live with you guys, history being connected. I feel like that would serve a better purpose of when I tell the story, peace. Everybody up on the live and I tell them story. Sure. You know what I say? I mean, I feel like if do you justice right now, I can slap with a couple of the song them because we kind of lose a momentum. Yeah. We are spill over into somebody else's time. And the other part of it is your story is such, like, brother, may I tell you the truth, man. Your story is not a one part. To me, not even a 2-part interview, may I tell you the truth. Me the thing say, Zoni history did extensive and your thing going and I want totally completely different zone, you know. You know what I mean? And I forgot to talk to Zoni about that after year because if me didn't know that, me didn't just give you all one whole day for yourself. This is not something we can condense, brother. May I tell you the truth, man. So, I mean, you know, you know, we consider every artist equal. Comparison is the thief of joy. You know what I mean? And we don't want to mash nobody can or make nobody feel like, say, you know, oh, because no, we don't want to do that something. You know what I mean? So I could have Bob Marley himself depend on live right now. If somebody else there forward, me have to do the right thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I just decide that. You know me I say. So me no know. Oh, like me say we have couple minutes. Me can slap with a couple of song them.
Yeah.
Well, I know, man. Me say me can slap with a couple of song them.
Yeah.
Me can.
Before you do that,
yeah,
I don't know if you're familiar with this song called "Now Live America."
Me hear that before.
Yeah, man. So that was the first project that went out as a engineer for me back then in 2004. Yeah, it was produced by Tyler's International Records, and you know, sung by Perfect, Mr. Perfect, give the money. So you know that was the first project that actually went out and played under the radio for me, IRFM all over.
And Mr. Perfect did do that song there.
Yeah.
And it's actually released.
Yes, man. From since 2004.
Okay, so.
But at that time, I was just what 4 years in the business. I didn't know about much registration and all that stuff yet. Even the persons I was working with didn't, you know, enlighten me on that. You know, it was one of my friends that was actually going to JCAP. And he saw me today and he said he was going to JCAP and he said if I would like to come, and I said, well, yeah. And I went and when I was there he was registering, and after he registered he said, are you registered? And I said no, and he said okay, and he paid to register me.
Wow.
So that's how I even got registered. You
mad.
Research about this registration and, you know, PROs and all these things. So, you know, there was nobody to give us any knowledge of what we are even doing. You know, we learned
we go through that little skit.
Yeah, man, we learn most of what we know by researching on our own and, you know, seeking information.
Seeing. I there I look for right now, you know, I don't know the correct spelling feed. Now it's supposed to be upon the tube, right?
Yes, it is.
Mary, is it with 2 R's or 1?
Which one are you talking? Which song are you talking?
Mary Maka.
It's 1 R. It's actually Amerimaka.
Oh, Amerimaka. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see where I go.
There's also a music video for that too, you know. It's on YouTube and it's also on the Vivo.
Oh,
so long time now, man.
All right. So this tune was produced by you.
Yes, my name is on it as one of the producers as well. I am actually the composer of the rhythm, but it was produced by Tyler's International and on behalf of Perfect as well, and his label Chalice Palace. So it's both Chalice Palace and Tyler's. But at that time, as I tell you, I was young. I was just an engineer at the time.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, we're right now. When we want to, like I said, because he's a principal man, brother, and I'm sorry, sir. You know, the scheduling did happen like this because this. I mean, I'm so intrigued by your story, brother. You know what I mean? We have to really do it some justice, and you know what I mean. With just transpire a while ago, that take a little chunk out of it, and then having another artist a forward on the platform, you know what I mean, kind of, you know, it kind of set the thing in a little way, you know.
Nature do take it course, you know.
Yeah, man. But me I go outro with a singer. Me I go link with Zoni. I go link with you, and we link with Shifty because we don't know everybody have them respective schedule where we have to make it connect and make it work. But I feel like the only thing we can do that link at justice is for everybody that on the live one time, brother.
Yeah.
And I don't know, this is unofficially, but our anniversary is September the 20th. We would have been doing overall settings for a year on that exact date. If everybody's available for the 19th or the 20th or anywhere in a them region there, me could try match it out for them time there, and I would be honored to have you guys on the platform, everybody on the platform for our anniversary. I feel like that would be suiting.
Yeah, man, we'll organize it, man, properly.
All right. So me go slap that tune now, and then anybody where you want big up in the meantime.
Yes, man. Big up all the real supporters. You know, first of all, I have to big up the Almighty Father. Big up my mother. You know, Patricia Vernon. Love you, mom. Anyway, there. Big up my kids, them, you know. All my children. Big up all my fans. You know, big up to Lady Boss in Scotland. Yeah, big up to Dickie Bonnick in Clarendon, you know. Yeah, big up to Vayakora, original Congo man. Seeing? Big up to Zoni, big up to Shifty. Yeah. Big up to Jamie. Yeah. So, you know the thing go. I will leave a big up still, you know.
Man and respect.
Yeah, man, big up
man
to
as a
overall
respect.
settings to make this possible, you know.
Yeah, man, you don't know in my general. And at the end of the day, this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the appetizer. Remember, we're going to go on to the full 100. We just lack off that anniversary something that for we, that are our thing. You know what I mean? Because Zoni has been a champion for this platform since him forward on it. So it's just only right and suiting. You know what I say? So any of the past and present artists who have forwarded on the platform, you're more than welcome to feature the ins. But the night there is for them, man. You know what I say? Because trust me, your story not normal. And in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, Mary Maka. I just saw me there right now to the hot and cold country. You see it? Yeah.
What kind of lie look at you time about? The one that dedicated to the United States of America and embassy in Jamaica, you know? Yeah! We're not keep playing good, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, me for the one with the hand card, boy, you don't take visa. However, folks, thank you for listening. Damn. You need a visa to travel to the USA. You say that I'm not qualified and I might run off and stay. Hey, so counselor boy, me a ask a woman. You never give no visa to the youth perfect. So right now I want to fling my hands through the glass and squeeze your plastic neck. Me nah live a Mary Maka. Me want to me walk and come back. You nah live a Mary Maka. Yeah, I'm not too bad, not this papa. Nah live a Mary Maka. So why you so that now papa? Nah live a Mary Maka. I'm not 50 cent rapper. Protect the country, US.
Voila.
Come and tell me no when me want.
Yeah, voila. Yeah. One of my men all across the road,
if me a Taliban or Al Qaeda, you guess me nah live a Mary Maka. Oh yeah, me want to me walk and come back. You nah live a Mary Maka.
Nah, man, I'm not escape. I'm not escape. Mickey, a bad me up to know where yourself. No, zone. Him can't escape. Cause I'll Mickey there bad me up. Mickey settings there bad me up right now. So here I go go. The zone is saying enough to make you escape, brother.
What?
Zone is saying at the show, you reach a point in the show where no artist don't escape. The King Yellow One, King Zoni, King Shifty. You have to give it one overall settings, live dub plate right now before we let go out of that place. And that's how we are going to end it.
Check. Yo. Hear me, I say, no, man. Yeah. You can hear me?
Loud and clear.
Alright. And a tune, yeah. I can't speak a problem, you know. See? Give me the cook
Man, the man put an echo, the man put an echo for the thing.
Yeah, hear me?
Long time. I read him.
Oh, now. Creative boy now, no. No matter what you try in a life, still want come take your life. Over settings not lie. Come me like say them bad man. Whether me taking a this or the garden, me bad man still a study. Tell me mother say she not be worry. Bright like that shine but out your heart. Me girl come call me for me. So we get to know she never love me. The music and it truly happy. Wow, level now. People are watch me like satellite. From some of them you want to unsubscribe. No matter where you go, put that in a exile. Me can't even make a phone call to pick. Whatever done president said is user. Me no know where them a go with them look bird eye. Richie Blackstone say no say a bird eye. Just stand by my side so them couldn't learn. Whether me the inner this or the rally. Me bad man still a study. Tell me mother say she not be worry. Bright like that shine but out your happy. Me girl don't. Some me get to know she never love me. The music and it really happy. Don't take you like that. Long time, long time, long time, them bad mind. Long time, long time, long time, you know trust mankind. Long time, you know me blind, me should have seen this sign. Long time you know that we are so fat, but you think so that they get away. Whether me the inner this or the garden, me bad man kill a study. Tell me mother that she not be worry. Bright light that shine but out your heart.
Yeah. Yes, so you have it exclusive. Overall settings not played. KreativeKendrene. We are going to link on the other side, brother, and try to do the forum, something there for the 20, the anniversary. Big up yourself, my general. Yeah. Manners and respect, you hear me, Dan?
Every time.
All right. Up top.
Yeah.